Hi to all the viewers today, and we very warmly we welcome one of the stalwarts of cricket, Mahila Jayawardene. We welcome you, sir. Thanks for
Thank you
having
very much. Thank
uh,
you.
just after the final victory yesterday, having him coming in giving an interview. It's a pleasure for us. So, how was the victory, sir, on the whole? It was a very difficult tournament with all the bio bubble rules and all. So, how was it? How sweet was the victory?
Yeah, no, I mean, it was good. Credit goes to everyone who was involved in the tournament, the organizers and the franchise owners, everybody, because to have all eight teams, in a bio bubble and coordinate all that. So it was a wonderful experience. And it's a tough tournament. I think the players really played well throughout the tournament. And the final was a big one. Could have gone either way, but I thought um, our guys showed a lot of maturity and experience out there.
So I'm a cricketer from Chennai. I've been playing for Tamil Nadu across all age groups. So even though I'm from Chennai, I for a fact know that I think Mumbai has been the best franchise overall in IPL. This is my opinion. And what do you think is the secret of the success, according to you?
Well, I think the franchise, the owners, and the management, everyone who's involved are very passionate, and it's not just during the IPL time or just before that they start thinking about the IPL. It's 12 months of the year. The planning, preparation, everything goes into that. So a lot of the domestic players who are part of the franchise will be practicing in our facility in
Yeah.
Mumbai whenever they don't have any other commitments. They've been looked after properly, and a lot of scouting happens as well, like to find new talent from all over
Yeah.
India and from overseas as well. So there's a proper structure in place. So I think that's been the success of Mumbai.
Great. So that's lovely to hear because people just think that teams turn up and just play for 6 weeks and go, but it's a year-long hard work which has paid off for you, sir. So congrats on that. And on your personal front, from converting from player to coach, how has that journey been, and what are your future plans, sir?
I think it's been good. I mean, it's not something that I've planned or anything like that, but just happened, and I took this, coaching assignment as a challenge for 4 years back, and so far it's been good. I think I'm enjoying the challenge. I don't do very much coaching other than this, very little. So I quite enjoy when I get involved with the IPL and the setup because it gives me that cricket dosage which I lacked once I retired playing cricket. So I think that's how I look at it.
I think a stalwart like you who has given so much for cricket as a player, giving it back as a coach, I think as viewers and as cricketers for us, it is a beautiful sight to see. So first of all, thank you for that. So moving forward, I just wanted to ask about Surya Kumar Yadav as a player in your team, sir, because a number three role in a T20 side, top-notch T20 side, I think it's very important. And he has been scoring tons of runs for the last 3 years, and yet he has not found a place in the Indian side. So first of all, your views on that, and if you're in Surya Kumar Yadav's shoes, how would you be taking this, and how would you be moving forward?
I mean, I think Surya has been fantastic. He's improved, he's matured as a player over the last 3 years, and it shows in his the way he bats for us and for Mumbai as well in domestic cricket. So
Yeah.
I think, I mean, Indian national team is always going to be a tough place. There are a lot of talented cricketers, and they probably have a process in place how they want to do things. So
Yeah.
it's unfortunate that he wasn't picked for the Australian series, but I'm pretty sure that the way he's been batting and playing, he will wear those Indian blue colors pretty soon in T20 cricket. But for Surya, like the question you asked, if I'm in his shoes, he just have to, just keep doing what he's doing. Be patient, work harder and harder for that opportunity. But I think everyone recognizes that he's a classy player, and hopefully he'll get that opportunity very soon.
I think your answer was very short, but it has a lot of deep meaning in it. So thank you for that. I think our viewers will definitely enjoy that. I just wanted to ask one more thing. So you, in an interview, you had said six hitting has been the DNA for Mumbai. So you have a lot of big hitters in your ranks in the form of Hardik Pandya, Pollard, Ishan Kishan, and so many other players. So how important is working on hard hitting and big hitting? How much do you work on that?
I mean, a lot of the players work on that because it's an aspect in T20 cricket. So why I said that, Mumbai always had that structure in place. They've always found big hitting players so that, in a T20 game, in tough situations, that you have that ability to hit those big shots. So, but at the same time, what we've done is like create a tempo that, we still rotate strike. We keep, hitting
Yeah.
gaps, because when you're trying to hit sixes, the risk element is more as well. So if you do it in a manner that that you're not under pressure for that big shot all the time, those big shots comes easy for the guys because they're creating those opportunities. So that's what we've done, and I'm always it's good to have like for us probably the top seven batsmen in our team, maybe eight Coulter, all those guys can actually hit sixes, which is great
Yeah.
to have a batting depth like that in a lineup.
Yeah, super. Sir, as an aspiring cricketer, I just wanted to ask one thing. So Rahul Chahar has been doing extremely well for you for the last 2 years, and it was actually a tactical move to bring in Jayant Yadav because there were a lot of left-handers in Delhi. But after a bad game in the qualifier, how important is your role as a coach to put your arms around Rahul Chahar and tell him? What did you tell him, sir? How did he take it?
No, I think he took it very positively. I mean, Rahul has been fantastic for us. I mean, this season as well. He bowled well. He hadn't shown the consistency that he showed for us last year, but still, he got the job done. But it's just going into the last game and leading up to the two qualifiers that he played, we just felt that he was a bit low in confidence as well. And when we saw the Delhi lineup, we felt that tactically the off spinner is the right choice, and Jayant has bowled well for us. The game that he played, but he's an experienced campaigner, so we knew that there was no issue him coming into the final pressure wise. But I had a good chat with Rahul and explained, and he's been part of Mumbai Indians. He understands how we operate. We're very transparent in our decision making, so it wasn't like he's been left out because of his poor form or anything like that, or nothing as such. It's just purely a tactical call, and he knows that's how we operate and that's how the team operates, and he was quite happy with that.
Brilliant, sir. And we were just flipping back few years, and when you were playing for Delhi in the IPL and Ponting was playing for Mumbai, you both were captains, and now you're pitted against each other as coaches. So how was that experience? Was that in your mind? And you have edged over him. So how does that feel?
No, nothing like that. I think Ricky and I are good friends. We don't take all those things into account. I've seen a lot of things being written and post and all that, but as individuals, we don't go into that detail. We had a good chat after the game. We've been good friends for quite a long time, but I'm happy. I mean, Ricky actually coached Mumbai as well before I took over, and then he's moved on to Delhi now. So he's
Yeah,
a fantastic coach. He's done brilliantly with that young team. They've actually built that team over the last 3 years really well. And last year they missed out on the finals, and this year they got to the finals, and they've showed a lot of quality in doing that. So I'm pretty happy for him and for the Delhi Capitals.
superb. So that as a cricket lover, it's so pleasing to the ear to hear that. So going forward, the 2021 mega auctions might be there. So as a team, what are you looking for in the auctions going ahead in next
I
year?
have no idea what's going to happen, so I'll think about it. It's too soon for me to comment on that. We just want to enjoy the victory right now, and just once we get to that, we'll think about it. Thank you very much for having me on your show, and all the very best. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. It's been a pleasure. Thanks a lot.
Yes, thanks. Bye.